Hello, welcome back to my channel and another reaction video. This time we'll be continuing the Fallout lore videos. This is the Vault-Tec Corporation.
On October 23rd, 2077, the long-feared day finally arrived. As countless air raid sirens heralded the outbreak of nuclear war, tens of millions took to the streets in senseless panic. One by one, great cities across the world were consumed in atomic fire as billions perished.
I did a
But there
reaction
were
to the
few, the
Sino-American
wealthy,
War.
the connected, or the simply lucky who weathered the apocalypse underground. They were preserved, trapped within enormous vaults, the eponymous leading product of the Vault-Tec Corporation. Defined by the slogan, revolutionizing safety for an uncertain future, Vault-Tec was one of the many companies within the United States that capitalized on the rampant spread of nuclear hysteria. While much of the company's history was lost in the Great War, it existed as a corporate entity as early as the 2030s. Its products consisted mainly of survival resources, ranging from water pumps, reactors and other industrial equipment, to video games and playing cards, all the way to the ZAX line of autonomous intelligences and the revolutionary assisted targeting system.
Okay.
It was the innovative survival shelters, however,
Reclamation Day.
vaults, from which the company took its name, that truly separated the corporation from its competitors. The collapse of the United Nations, the outbreak of the Euro-Middle Eastern War, and the spread of the new plague across the world had made the outbreak of nuclear war seem imminent, and
I mentioned
Vault-Tec
the
promised
plague in
a
the
solution. As
other
part of
one.
Operation Safe House, the United States government
Yeah,
began
the video.
soliciting bids for the construction of a nationwide network of underground bunkers. Vault-Tec won the bid, in part thanks to the success of its demonstration vault, a fully functioning prototype built outside the company's headquarters in Los Angeles. Engorged financially by this lucrative contract, Vault-Tec relocated its corporate headquarters to Washington, D.C., leading an ever-growing chain of regional headquarters across the United States and newly annexed Canada. Its internal corporate divisions were similarly expanded and came to include Vault-Tec Psychological Research, Vault-Tec Science, Vault-Tec Security, Vault-Tec Game Studios, Vault-Tec Films, and Vault-Tec Graphics. Through this rapid expansion, the company was better suited to fulfill its company mandate, providing not only the vaults themselves, but everything necessary to survive within them. Simusun lighting, FloorSuck auto cleaner systems, and the SimTech 5000 virtual reality system further cemented Vault-Tec's position as an industry leader. Vault-Tec's
that really had
innovations were considered to be of
all
high
the
quality
toys.
and generally reliable, a trusted name in the survival industry. To the outside observer, Vault-Tec exemplified American exceptionalism. This was heavily promoted by Vault-Tec itself, which encouraged promotional tours of its vaults and laboratories, hosted charities and awards, and even partnered with the Nuka-Cola Corporation to create a themed attraction for the popular amusement park, Nuka World. This idealized view of the company, however, only served to mask the pervasive manipulation and draconian behavior within Vault-Tec itself. Employees were expected to adhere without exception to the company handbook, which outlined everything from corporate structure and its procedures down to bathroom breaks, which could be no longer than 2.25 minutes. These exploitative and abusive labor practices were concealed by the new amended Espionage Act, meant to protect American corporate interests from foreign espionage. In practice, however, it only served to support growing corruption and corporate excess.
Of course.
While the United States was impoverished and struggled to finance Operation Safe House, relying mainly on the sale of junk bonds, Vault-Tec executives engaged in unfettered embezzlement and deliberate mismanagement. Despite the excessive carelessness across the construction of the vaults, a number of breakthroughs allowed them to be complete at a rapid pace. By 2063, despite delays and cost overruns, Vault-Tec was on track to complete the 122 commissioned shelters. The company flaunted its success and overlooked the fact that these facilities would likely only protect less than 0.1% of the total American population.
The
When the
chosen
Great War
few.
was ignited across the world, mankind was
You
set
can
back
guess
to
who
the
those
Dark
are.
Ages in the span of just 2 hours. The last bits of civilization remained beneath the vaults, though in the years that would follow, many of these vault dwellers would begin to learn that the corruption within Vault-Tec was present across the vaults themselves. The company, acting on behalf of a shadow government that had begun to exert control across the United States,
76.
had decided to subvert the original purpose
I know
of the
there's a
vaults.
Fallout 76.
Only 17
So
vaults were
that's
designed to work as advertised. These would be the control group in a sophisticated and inhuman experiment. The other 105 vaults featured a variety of scenarios,
And
which
yeah, they
ranged
have
from
the
relatively
uniforms
mild
that's
to
very
downright lethal.
that's present in
Some
all
were
the
not
trailers
provided
I've
enough
seen,
food. Others were filled with only men,
as well as in the
or at
TV show
twice their
trailer.
intended capacity. A few were even designed to open prematurely, or never fully close, exposing their occupants to radiation before the wastelands outside had cleared.
That's
The
fucked
most
up.
bizarre examples included Vault 19, which separated its residents between the colors blue or red, and then provoked each group with feelings of paranoia and distrust. Vault 34 was purposely designed with cramped conditions and an overwhelming array of weapons and ammunition. Vault 106, once sealed, was pumped full of psychoactive drugs, while the dwellers within Vault 11 were forced to select one among their own as a human sacrifice under the threat of extinction, only to be served a congratulatory message should they refuse. Only 5 people remained when that message was eventually broadcast, and unable to cope with the
Holy
guilt,
shit.
4 committed suicide. It is
What the
likely that
fuck?
the results of such experiments will never be studied, as in a bit of irony, the company did not survive the apocalypse they promised to overcome. Instead, the legacy of the Vaults is just another mystery, spreading rumors and confusions across the strange and astonishing wastelands of
Good
America.
riddance.
It is said
Holy
that some
shit.
of the greatest wanderers, those who created real change across the wastes, emerged from the Vaults. If this is
I'm
true,
guessing
then
each
perhaps
character
in a
you play
curious
as
way,
comes out
Vault-Tec
of
fulfilled their
a
original
vault.
purpose and brought a sliver of humanity into a world that left it behind.
Well, there you have it, folks. Vault-Tec Corporation, and I think we can all agree on Vault-Tec sucks. That's horrible what the experimentations they did. Especially the what Vault 11, where you had to choose someone for someone you cared about as a human sacrifice if you refuse. But then if you refuse, you'd get a congratulations, and what 5 people left when the message popped up. 5 of how many? I don't think they mentioned. But yeah, I mean at the early they mentioned that despite building who knows how many votes, only about it would only house about what 0.1% of the population, and you can guess that they were very selective who they let inside. But yeah, and this corporation started when the civilization was still up and running, and well, what was it, 2030s or whatever, and the world ended in 2300s. I don't know, I could misremember. But yeah, so a long time company played games, but then became corrupted and thankfully got destroyed. Didn't survive the fucking hell, apocalypse. Don't know how to fucking speak today. And they mentioned how whenever there would be a wanderer come out that would bring real change to the waste, it would come out of amongst the vault dwellers. I like that name actually really much, but yeah, and I'm assuming they're characters you play. And in the TV show, you see the lady who's the main character pop up in one of the vaults. But yeah, somewhere in the midst here we had 76. Yeah, there. I think there's supposed to be a game, Fallout 76. I know this because I did a reaction to a bunch of Fallout game trailers It was titled All the Game Trailers, but it was also quite old, so it ended with the Fallout 3 or 4 or something, some such. I noticed later that there's Fallout 76 and some other game trailers that I have yet to check out, but yeah, I'm aware that that is a thing. But yeah, I was, however, very impressed with the Voltex, all these gadgets they had. I mean, it was centuries into the future and before world ended. It makes sense that it would be a lot of high tech. Though the Sino-American War trailer suggested that technology wasn't all that advanced on most parts, mainly probably because I mean some companies hoard the best equipment while others are left with scraps. But I don't know. Still, very informative video as always. What do you guys think? Write your thoughts down below. Like, subscribe if you want, and I will see you in another video.